welcome to 12 Days of Abby.
Rudolph, how you do that?
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another 12 Days of Abby. So today is going to be a travel tag. I thought it was only right to do a travel tag because one, I travel every year. Two, I'm about to travel in like literally 5 days, so it made sense. Sorry for the background noise. That's somebody's phone in the background. But anyway, let's get straight into it. So the first question, this is 50 questions. I don't know if I'm gonna do all these, but let's go. How many countries of the world have you already visited? I have traveled to 4 countries, so Antigua, Aruba, Mexico, and Canada. I am going to one of those 4 these 5 days. Let's see if you guys can guess which one. I'm not telling you guys until I drop the vlog. Let's see. Which destination is the #1 of your bucket list? I don't know why it's always been for the longest Barcelona, Spain, only because I think I had an obsession when I watched the Cheetah Girls, and I'm still saying I want to go there in the future. But I definitely also want to do like France, so it's kind of like, I don't know. But yeah, something like that. Maybe somewhere in Europe. Let's go with that. 3 other places at the top of your travel bucket list. 3 other places at the top of my travel bucket list. For sure, now that I've watched so many Korean shows and stuff like that, my younger sister actually wanted to go there too. But there's just so much going on with quarantine, long story short, and so I have to push that trip a little further. But South Korea, I definitely want to go to South Korea and experience it for myself. I also want to go to some part of Africa, I don't know where yet. And the other one, as you can see, I'm naming a lot of countries. I've been to a few states. There's some that I haven't been to, but you know, like they're states. But I'm naming the countries out here. And let's see. Another Caribbean country that I haven't gone to. There's so many that I haven't gone to, like St. Croix, let's see, Bahamas, Bermuda, St. Kitts. There's so many other ones. So yeah. Next is, what's the ideal holiday look like for you? An ideal holiday. So I would say, like maybe doing, like I really want, there's 2 things I really want to do. You know what? I'm going to choose this one. I really want to go to like a ski resort. I don't know why. I don't know how to ski. I don't know if it's because I've watched movies and stuff and it just looks cool. But even if I just don't even do the ski, I do the like that easy thing where you sit in that like circle. It reminds me of the circle when you go to like the theme parks and you sit in it and you sled down. Even if I do that, I just felt like, I don't know why, I just always wanted to just experience a ski resort, stay in a cabin, drink hot cocoa. I don't know why, but yeah, I think that would be ideal. Or the other thing, half of that would be trying out those small like cabins. I don't know if you've ever seen those, where it's like, you're not up in the woods, I don't say, but some of them are up in the woods where like people stay, kind of like Airbnb type of thing. I would like to experience that as well. And if not, a cruise. They said 1 and I'm answering like 5 different things. Anyway, favorite picture you've taken during a trip. So I will link it here. I think though it's going to be Aruba. By far, that's probably one of the trips where I feel like I got dressed up, and I know that's crazy, right? But I also really like that island. I definitely want to go there again. So yeah, it's definitely Aruba. I'll link the picture here on the side. And I don't remember, I think I was in Oranjestead in Aruba. I can't for the life of me remember what the hotel is, but I'm pretty sure if I look at my old thing, I did like our hotel. It was really nice. Really nice vibe. We saw a lot of iguanas in the hotel. Well, that was just Aruba in general, like even walking to the supermarket. So yeah, it was very interesting. Have you had to travel to work for work? If so, no. I work in a school. No, we don't travel for anything. With who would you like to go on a vacation sometime? I mean, I always go with my family, so I mean that's a given. Maybe my cousins, like, but do like another family trip again, like a big family trip where we all go with our families. But I never actually went to like Antigua with them at the same time, if that makes sense. But yeah, who or what would you take with you to an uninhabited island? I would personally take, I mean, obviously a person has to be with me. I would not go to a random island by myself. Something that's, I guess, going back thinking just about when I used to camp, something you definitely need is flashlight. You never know when you're going to need a flashlight, because you never want to be caught up in the dark and you can't see anything, and your phone gives out on you. There's so many other stuff I could have said, like a tent and all that stuff, but Like, you gotta think about stuff that you really need. Flashlight, you need to see where you're going, especially if it were to get dark. But I hope to never be in uninhabited island, never. So, would you rather go to an amusement park or a zoo? Now, I've gone to both, but I definitely amusement park. I'm still a kid at heart. I like to go to amusement parks, especially the ones, I've said this before, like Kalahari. I like that because it was a lot of water rides and stuff like that. So I'm into that. I do roller coasters, but not really. So, but amusement park, hands down. Mountain or sea? Definitely mountain. I don't think I've ever went on a mountain. That's also something that I contemplated doing. Like, you know, like hiking, not a long hiking trail, but like hiking my mountain and see like the nice views. Which country or countries will you visit this year? I'm actually going, well, see, now I guess I'll just tell it. I am going to Antigua in a couple of days. And I've already been there, but I'm going again. And where would you never visit? I don't even know. I haven't really thought about like a place that I would never visit, to be honest. Place that I've never visit. Well, I don't want to like thing, but North Korea, I guess, because that's the story. So yeah, I definitely would never, like, if you ever saw the movie, the series Crash Landed Into You, that was scary. Like, she literally landed into North Korea, and like all the stories, and I've watched other stuff of other people. Yeah, I think North Korea. Yeah. I would never want to accidentally land there. Which place did you think was so special that you wish to come back to it immediately after leaving it and still want to revisit it now? I don't want to say Aruba again. I want to say Canada, but not the part of Canada I was in. Niagara Falls, I went to, like, you know, that's the touristy place area. I want to go to, like, Montreal, or what's that other part of the city? Toronto. I feel like it's more kind of like more vibes there, more city life. I want to see that instead of the tourist side. Not that I didn't enjoy like Niagara Falls. It was nice. It was nice to, you know, be behind the falls. We went on a tour, but it rained too, so we couldn't really experience everything that was happening. So yeah. But yeah, by far, like, probably I want to go to Canada, but not the same part I was in, if that makes sense. Next question is a place you've been to where you would not go back, and why? I don't think any of the places that I've been to, I was like, I'll never go back. I may have said there's some places, the certain hotels I wouldn't go back, but the actual place, not, like, never. Like, I would say Hawaii, but I'm considering going back to Hawaii. I was just gonna say, like, the hotel I was in Hawaii, hopefully, like, they upped their standards, but I still remember this, and I was younger. I was probably, like, I'd say 9 or 10 when I went, but the hotel was really bad. Like, a lot of old sheets, and the curtains were very rusty and dirty. I still remember this, and I'm like, yeah. So that would be the only thing. But I was in Honolulu, but I'm still gonna potentially go back to Hawaii. The flight is long, but I definitely want to go to Hawaii again. So I wouldn't say there's a place that I don't ever want to go back. What was the last country you visited? The last country I actually visited was actually Canada, which was 2019. So yeah. What is your favorite place on the planet that you've been to? I feel like a lot of these questions are repetitive. I already said that, so I'm skipping that question. Favorite place in your home country? So I am from the USA. My favorite place, I don't want to say New York because I'm in New York all the time, and I feel like when people come to New York, they're like, oh my gosh, this is so glamorous, and I'm just like, I live here. I've lived here all my life. I'm trying to think. In New York City, out of all the states that I've been to, I would have to say maybe Maryland, maybe because I went away to school there for a year. It was really nice. It was really quiet. I like the atmosphere of Maryland. Totally different from here. Definitely. Oh yeah, why didn't I say this? Ocean City, Maryland. So I didn't go to school in Ocean City. I went away for college to Tacoma Park for a year. But Ocean City was really nice. I actually went twice, I believe. Yeah, I went twice. Really nice. They have a nice bird walk of a bunch of hotels and stuff like that, and a lot of different things you can do, like a little carnival area with the Ferris wheel. So yeah, why didn't I say that? I totally forgot about Ocean City. Yeah, Ocean City was a really nice place in the U.S. Ocean City, Maryland. Okay, let's see. It says you're in an airport and you know you can choose whichever destination to board a plane right now. Which part of the world would you choose? I don't know. I feel like a lot of these are repetitive, so I'm going to skip through this. Okay, let's do this one. What's your cup of tea? Tropical island getaway, a snowy ski break, or city exploring trips? Not city exploring trips, because I already live in the city. I could do that anytime. I would say the tropical island getaway. I kind of do that too. So I'm going to go with a snowy ski break. Only because I want to experience it. You know what I'm saying? But then I would have also chose a tropical island getaway, but I've done that already. So it's kind of like, it's not like a thing. But my normal cup of tea would probably be the tropical island getaway. Okay. What are your top 3 hand luggage must have? My hand luggage. So I'm guessing talking about your carry-on. I have to have some tissue. I don't know why. I always carry tissue. Sometimes I don't use it, I do, but you never know. You got bloody nose. You gotta accidentally spit something out. I don't know. Always gotta have tissue. The next thing, always have to have some portable charger. You guys know me. I had to buy my portable charger. That is a must for me. You never know if your phone's gonna die. You always need charging it. And sometimes, majority of the times, the plugs and the chargers in the airport don't work. And sometimes you don't find them on the plane. So, sometimes you do and sometimes you don't. So, and they said 3 things. Oh, headphones by far, because if I gotta watch a movie. Although don't talk about the times where the movies weren't working, you couldn't watch it. But okay, what 3 things would you take on a holiday / traveling if you could? A blanket. But that seems too much to carry all of that. But sometimes you get cold. Like I wear my sweater. Like you'll be warm up top, but like your legs are cold. So definitely a blanket. I normally bring, it depends on how far my travel is, I'll bring a neck pillow, which I'm bringing my neck pillow, so I'm not going to add that. But yeah, a blanket, maybe, let's see, what else? I don't know why that's difficult. What would you bring if you could? Oh, maybe like, this is like simple, but water bottle, because if you know, like, of course, well, I understand why, but like TSA, you can't bring water, you can't bring liquids or anything. So that's kind of annoying, because then you have to pay for the water, obviously, in the airport. You gotta drink something, you're thirsty. So, and the water by far, I don't care what they're saying. The stuff in the airport is way more expensive than when you buy it in New York, in the regular city by your house. So I'm just saying. And what else? Anything else? I don't know. Why can't I think? Because you can bring your own food, so that's never an issue. You can bring your own food on the plane. I don't know. I can't think of a third thing that I would want to bring, because like at the end of the day, like you want to be comfortable, but also like you gotta remember you're on the flight for 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. You're not gonna be on the flight forever. Now, if it's a longer flight like Hawaii, then yeah, I'm gonna think probably I want to bring my blanket for that, because I'm gonna be on the plane for a minute. But yeah, I don't know. Any travel tips to share? I would say always have some type of, not first aid kit, but like band-aids or stuff. Like normally I'm the person who brings that. Last travel I was the one, and it came a clutch because somebody had a cut. You never know. So I feel like you always should have some band-aids, just regular stuff, medicine if you need it. If somebody happens to get sick, cough medicine. You don't gotta bring the whole 9. Bring something, just you never know. And let's see. Always have your charges. That should be a given, but like that's something I always write down too, so I don't forget it. Normally instinctively I always remember to, but I always have like right now, it's funny, but I have a post-it with things that I need to bring, like laptop charger, camera charger, like those stuff. Always have your charger. You always need that, because who wants to go to another country then go spend more money to buy a charger when you already had one, if that makes sense. So yeah. Okay, what is the most pleasant trip memory? Let's see. I would say my most pleasant trip memory would have to be, I don't even know. This is a tough one. I've gone to a lot of different places. Maybe Washington, D.C. Well, I stayed in Maryland. No, I stayed in Virginia, but we went to D.C. And that was fun. Like, we saw, like, it was a free viewing of I think, Big Apple Circus that day. And it was also, like, a parade or stuff, whatever. So, I guess that would be the pleasant trip memory. Biggest disappointment. I would say Niagara Falls being overhyped. Like, again, I enjoyed going. I got to experience it. But, I mean, I guess I understand because it's a tourist area, but like there was not much to do. Like I feel like unless you had a car and maybe you could drive out, because there was like a movie theater when we were passing by. Like I have an old vlog of it. I'll leave it in the cards or whatever. But like there's movie theaters and other stuff like that. But like we didn't really experience that. We did a like arcade That was like probably the most fun we had the whole time. And then we did a tour, but the tour was like, you know, like tours are like, this is our building, this is this. So I mean, it was okay, but it wasn't like ooh. But yeah, I mean, it was nice to experience it, don't get me wrong, to actually experience Niagara Falls. I actually was behind the falls in the water. I have a clip of that and all that stuff, and like just the history behind the falls and making of the falls and yada yada. Why do I travel? So I think a big reason, well, before I would probably say that I traveled because like growing up, like since I was 3-4, I've been traveling, like even as an only child before like my siblings came, I've been traveling. So that's just been something I've always done. But now it's just like, as I gotten older, it's just nice to see different countries or states, try foods if there are. Like I don't really feel like I've really tried a lot of their foods. Some of the foods are similar but a little bit different. Have I picked up any phrases from traveling? No. Let's see. A lot of these are like same questions, so I'm skipping them. Best item purchased abroad. I don't know if I still have it. I still have it in here. So yeah, I got this. I found it. It pretty much says Aruba on it, and it's green. And I also got a shirt as well. But yeah, this is pretty much, I forgot what you call this. Weaving? Is that what you call it? But we found like this local shop and we got a couple of stuff. So yeah, it says Aruba on it. I don't know if you guys can see that. So that's by far one of the countries that I actually got something that I still like have. That's not a shirt. Advice for those who want to travel but think they can't. So to be really honest with you guys, a lot of my travel goes through, like, my parents have a time insurance, stuff like that. So that's the route that I normally go through. But I would say for people who probably don't have the spending money, I would say just do your research on like companies that are or just websites that have like packages. Sometimes those are good for people depending on if they're really trying to save on like the hotel and what do you call this, the hotel and your flight. Also just be wary of certain airlines. Like I know a lot of people want to do Spirit because Spirit's like the cheapest one, but then you also got to think about your safety. I hear too many jokes about Spirit, but also like overall how the airline is not the best. I don't know, I haven't personally fly Spirit, but I will question it when they say $50 to go to Florida, whereas if I go normally on Florida it's like $200 round trip, you know. So I'm gonna take the more expensive, but I understand like some people don't have the money. I would say also maybe do, if you have a car, maybe road tripping it. Now certain places are really far. I know people who have driven to Florida, you know, if they have a big family and they don't want to spend that much, you could definitely try to drive there, or try to drive to like cities or states that are close to you that are not too far of a distance. I mean, that saves you a lot of money because all you have to really worry about is your stay, paying for your stay. Obviously paying for gas as well, but you wouldn't have to think about the plane ticket and stuff like that. So I think that's my best thing. But again, do your research to see like travel agencies and all that stuff to see, you know, what will best work with you. Alright, I'll answer this one. I skipped a couple of them, but this one, it says hostel, hotel, or Airbnb. I guess I'll say Airbnb. Just because I'm going to an Airbnb. I haven't been to Airbnb often. I think once or twice. Majority of the times, I'm going to like do a timeshare through my parents. So it may be a hotel, but majority of the time it's normally like a resort or something. So that wasn't an option here. It's only hotel or Airbnb. So I guess we'll go with the Airbnb. Are you a repeat visitor or do you explore new places? I feel like I'm both. I'm definitely a repeat visitor when it comes to Florida. I've been to Florida at least 15 times. I have to have been there at least 15 times. Because I told you guys, I've been there when I was 3. That time, though, I was on a Greyhound. And the second time, I believe I was 5 going on 6. That was my first, I think, plane ride. And then I've just been there. I was there in May this year. So I've just been there. I've been there for a wedding. I've been to Florida way too many times. So definitely, that's a repeat visitor for Florida, but I've also tried new places as well. Let's see. Do I read on my destination? Not really. I feel like we just we'll read a little bit about it, but I feel like we also just wing it. Like if we really want to go to a place and it's affordable, just go. All I have for this travel tag, Let me know your thoughts if you learned something new about me when it comes to traveling. And I'll see you guys in the next Vlogmas 12 Days of Abby. Bye.
Tell me how you